Hey everybody, my name's Greg. I wanted to show you another one of my guitars that I made for myself. Um, this one made out of cedar. Um, I couldn't find an ergonomic guitar that sat well for me because of my weight, and so took matters into my own hands, built one that fit me. And the crucial aspect of these, I've got several of these that I've made now, is this cutaway for your picking hand leg. So that was the primary thing, was to get the bridge in a normal, kind of a normal seated position. When you sit, when you're talking to friends, having a cup of coffee, you sit like this. But I didn't have access to a guitar that sat like this. They're not out there, not for me, not that I could find. So I thought, well, let's make one. And so now I've made about 5, and this is the second video I've made. This one I made out of cedar because my great granddad loved to work in cedar. It took I think 5 basically 3-inch planks. These things are based on what I call a zero line. If you laid a ruler across your legs and measured from here to here, that's kind of the span that you want to work from. At the point that you've established a zero line, at the D saddle, that's kind of where it intersects. The neck angle of roughly 35 degrees intersects with the zero line at the D saddle. So based on that, if you take the size of the bridge off of the measurements from thigh to thigh, you kind of know where to make your cut. And the original guitars that I made, and I'll show you them in another video, I cut cardboard out to match my leg exactly, and made the cut accordingly. It necessitated an extreme kind of lower bout here for support on the left hand side, the neck side of the guitar. And so that was when I came across it and finally nailed it down after doing all the plywood prototypes. Really knew that I had exactly what I was after, and at that point it was just to decide what decision or what materials to make things out of. I've made another video that I made, the first video I've ever made, so I'm a little nervous. I made that one out of TV trays that you can find in a thrift store, maple TV trays. I've got another one I'll show later on with another video that I made out of a tabletop. And these things are great fun to play. They sit so comfortably, so naturally. I love them like I've never loved guitars before. And I've been playing since 1977, I think. I was about 15 then. So you can do the math. And really enjoy the traditional guitar shapes still. Especially, if you're standing up. These play fine standing up too. But I like to sit and play more than I like to stand and play. It's just, that's the way it is. And so those traditional shapes made me sit in funny positions that put my back in a strange position that didn't allow me to play as long as I wanted to without suffering some consequence. So I came up with this design. Each guitar is a little bit different than the next, but the dynamics are the same. The zero line, the 35-degree neckline intersecting at the D saddle. That's the primary elements of the design. At the point that you establish these 2 points and find your intersecting spot, make your cut here, the design of the guitar could be anywhere you wanted it to be. I've found this to be the most efficient, ergonomic and non-wasting design. It's I cut away everything that's not guitar. All the aspects of it in each area of the body have its own purpose. This, of course, supports the guitar here. This one supports it here. These bouts. The controls being down here, but I wanted the output to be back here, out of the way, so as not to have cords to have to fool with from here to there. So I just drilled, come out into the pocket of the below the bridge here, so that I could route the wiring up to put the output here, out of the way. I decided just to put volume and the selector switch, no tone, just a personal preference of mine. The neck came off of a brand of guitar that probably everybody has, single cutaway guitar, and I butchered the headstock off of it to do what I needed to do to mount the eyes of the strings here, feed them into this $55 bridge. The pickups are EMG Selects that I bought probably around 1985 or something. I don't know. I've had them a long, long time. They're a mid output, which I like. This one has a little bit of a belly cut here. Of course, a relief cut here for the forearm to lay across. Kind of brought it up here because sometimes I like to be playing up here on the neck area. I've cut relief here and here to kind of like make the body want to roll toward me rather than away from me. Like I said, this one was made out of cedar. I bought from a gentleman not too far from here. 5 planks, glued them together, put it on the bandsaw, cut out the shape. The shape I worked on for a long time to kind of like nail down what I was really after. This was the end result. Used shellac on the cedar because my great granddad always did. And shellac being alcohol based, I always like to share this little tip. Shellac is alcohol based, so it can be used, magic markers can be used to tint it, which is very cool. You could blue, green, whatever you want. I used red to tint this one, and I'll show you another guitar in another video that was made from the same cedar planks that I used yellow to tint with. It came out really good too. So that's kind of it. I'll make more videos to brag about my little guitars that I've made. Thanks for watching, and everybody have a good day. Thanks a lot.